with the thing, and then you go live. Greetings, humans. Greetings. And welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and Merry Christmas to you, Jimmy. Merry Christmas to everyone here. Great to have everyone here with us. We are counting down the days, people. There's only so many shopping days left until Christmas. Actually, today is, hold on a second. There we go. Today is actually the longest day of the year, longest night of the year, longest something of the year, people. It's long out there. I don't know which one it was, but there we are. It is they call that the winter solstice out there. Happy winter solstice out there. Happy Hanukkah out there. Even happy, I guess, Kwanzaa, I suppose. I don't know. Merry Christmas to everyone else out there. Yes, indeed. Great to have everyone here with us. I hope every one of you is enjoying the holidays out here. It got cold, people. It got first day of winter, and it got cold out here. I don't know what the heck happened. It was a couple degrees colder. It might have rained last night. Or it did rain last night. It might have snowed last night. I couldn't believe it. Might actually get snow here in Florida. It is crazy, people. If it does snow here in Florida, you might as well just kiss civilization goodbye. We can handle our hurricanes, but snow, I don't know what people would do. I don't know what they would do. Probably, well, actually, speaking of which, that would be a good transition here for our first story coming up here. Let me see if I can get to it here. Holy cow. Merry Christmas Eve, says P-Money. Well, thank you, P-Money. Hope everything is well. I hope you're able to get back with your family out there. Hopefully he's still not stuck at work. That would stink. That's what Bear says when the snow comes. Crazy things happen. Crazy things happen, including kind of apprehensive about showing this because you never know, people. You never know. These strange days here where could it be parody? Could it be real? Could it be real? You never know. Bear came across this the other day. Let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Oh, I need to bring up the... Oh, you good people there. There we are. I'm not sure if this is completely accurate. Let me find it here. Hold on one second. Oh, P-Money says, I actually got to see my kids do their school Christmas play last night. Oh, very cool. Very cool indeed. There you go. Being a good papa out there. All right, well, speaking of craziness in the world out there, we've got an interesting one here. Let me see if I can find it here because Bear came across this the other day, kind of near and dear to Bear's heart out there. Yes, indeed. We're talking about an interesting website out here called, that would be the Human Meat Project. Yes, indeed, the Human Meat Project. I mean, one body apparently can feed up to 40 people. You never do. Here we are trying to think about eating crickets and insects. No. We don't need to do that. We can just eat meat. Oh, we could, let's see, together we could end world starvation, overpopulation, and climate change at the same time. Yes, indeed. There we are. Including, let's see, make a donation. You can make a donation. Let's see, harvest time. Let's check out what harvest time would be. Our donors will be taken care of by our specialized team to make sure that they are treated with full respect and care. Quote-unquote donors will be prepared emotionally and physically to enter the harvest room. Donors will be given time to spend their last moments as a person before they become human meat. The donor will then be assisted in a painless and quote-unquote peaceful method of passing away, after which we will immediately begin the harvesting procedure and harvest the donor body and or organs. I hope they are donors. We assist donors in a peaceful and respectful way to terminate their life and harvest their bodies to become a consumable resource for those in need. When a donor chooses partial donation with an end-date service, the body will be cleaned and prepared before being returned to the next of kin based on previous arrangements out there. That sounds great. That sounds great out there. Some interesting stuff out there with the Human Meat Project. Some interesting stuff there. So if you want to donate, do it now, right in time for Christmas, people. Right in time for Christmas. Why would you donate? Because over time the human population has increased rapidly across the globe. I tell you, people, that is encroaching on bears' woods out here, leading to the higher demand for food, especially meat products. With this increasing demand, land for residential areas has become more difficult to find, and emissions from farms have risen each year, making the lives we lead less sustainable. Well, the Human Meat Project, they have your answer right there. Yes, indeed. So there we go. There is, you can do all your stuff right there. Fill it on out, and away you go. Away you go out there. Again, I'm not sure if this is a parody. Not sure if this is a parody or if it is in fact, let's do About Us. If it is in fact real out there. There you are. I mean, it makes it look like it's real. It sure makes it look like it's real out there. The HMP. You can check it out yourself if you are so inclined out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, let's moving along. I've interrupted, upset a number of people out there with, beer's sensible solution to all of this. But that's all right. We've actually got, as soon as beer can find it here, we actually have some campaign updates. Let me get to it here. Let's get right on into it, people. Hey, listen. It could have been talking about the Twitter files out there. Could have got a little bit into some of that. Not before the holidays, though. Happy holidays, says Kevin Sharp out here. Hey, DragonGuard fans. Hey, Kevin. Here is some art. Actually, I just had it here. What is Bear doing? I tell you what. New Year's resolution. Maybe to do a professional show. Oh, P-Money says, Florida is feeling a little cold today. Yes, it is. It's cold out there. It's going to get below freezing in a couple days here. Us Canadians feel so bad for you while it's negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit right now here. Well, thank you. Thank you for using the American system and not that stinking Celsius system out there. You got a blacklist package in the mail today? Really? Wow. What? It's definitely not Lone Star 3. I can say that. Definitely not Lone Star 3 out there. Is it Nexus? It might have been Nexus. Bear forgot to order that one out there, but it might be actually Monster Hunt. We'll see. Let's see. Here's some art. As we wind down, Kevin says, the final pages. I have to be a bit sparse about revealing plot points in the art, but here's new colors. These aren't the final colors, but more is coming in the next few weeks out there. I hope Kevin is not using Mike Miller's colorist out there. Man, oh man, what a mess that has been. What a mess that's been. Anyways, there you go. Looking forward to DragonGuard again. A number of stuff out there that it's like, okay, looking at the clock, like we try to be patient out here, but man, oh man, let's go here. Want to get my DragonGuard. Want to get Lone Star. Want to get all the other. Still waiting on a Doom Kicker out there. That's been quite a while out there. Anyways, some good stuff out there from Kevin. Hopefully coming in real quickly out here. Let's see. My wife won't let me open it until it's Christmas. I think it's Monster Hunt. There we go. Oh, by the way, we actually will have some stuff coming up for the Christmas and a little bit after that. So stay tuned. Towards the end here, we'll kind of do some scheduling there. But anyways, moving along here, we've actually got from Graham Nolan out there. He says, "Good morning. Compass Comics Commandos. We're commandos now. I tell you. Go there. Bear's actually kind of already got a little bit of camouflage already, but the rest of you might need camouflage. Just our usual Monday update to let you know I'm hard at work, turning out some cool pages. Oh, this would be the ghost of Matecumbe Key. Yeah, you gotta hold that E for the very long time there. Long time. He is hard at work, turning out some cool pages. Meet Benny and Snake. Actually, let's get to it here. Let's get to it. He's been putting out some great stuff here. Benny and Snake, a couple of no-good lowlifes that work for crime boss Vincent Manatee, a.k.a. the Manatee. When you have your last name as Manatee, it might be kind of self-obvious there, but there you go. The Manatee out there. The Manatee, Graham, if you happen to be listening out there, the Manatee, he should have like a deep scar, like, somewhere, like maybe across his face, or it should be along his back. If you're gonna do a Manatee, they gotta have some scars out there from the boat propellers. Let's see. They are trying to intimidate Mike and Misty, but our heroes will have none of that. And next week, he'll be announcing some very cool upcoming projects for 2023. So stay tuned. Here's hoping everyone has a joyous season and a Merry Christmas. Both of them. See you back here next week with the best. And there'll be Graham Nolan out there. Graham out there. Very cool. With the ghosts. The ghost of Matecumbe Key. Which is still, I believe it's still up there on Indiegogo. We've got... Oh boy, people, we're going through some of this stuff, but we will circle back here and talk a little bit more about Indiegogo and what's going on over there. Some interesting stuff out there. Well, I do hope it is. I do hope it's Monster Hunt out there, P-Money, because Bear's still waiting on his. Still waiting on one of them. I think, I don't know, whatever. Let's see, where are we, people? This would be Aaron Lopresti. That must mean it's the Wraith of God out here. Merry Christmas and a happy update, he says. Hey, everyone. Hey, Aaron. The campaign just hit 130K. Very cool. Thank you all for continuing the support for it and for spreading the word. If you didn't notice, we added a bookmark for the 140 stretch goal. The art is not yet done for it yet, but it will feature the Wraith and Esther on one side. How do you pronounce this? And Count Korvac? Is it pronounced Korvac? On the other side. Hats, people. Hats are on their way right now to him. And he'll be shipping those out, along with the shot glasses right after Christmas. The shirts will stay open until the end of January. And then those will be shut down and sent off to the... Wait, do you send off shirts to the printer? I guess so. So if you want a shirt and haven't backed one yet, keep that in mind. Right now, he's halfway through the Wraith story and finishing up the last scene before the big confrontation between the Wraith, Esther, and the Count. Here, let's get right to it. He says, here is a sneak peek. Let's see, of Jacob and Esther meeting the town doctor to discuss the strange, quote, deaths of several of the town's young women out there. It's the 1800s. It happens a lot out there. As always, thank you so much for your continued support of this exciting project. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you, including Bear. Well, he didn't do that last part there, but Bear would assume out there. So there you go. Very cool. Very cool stuff. I wonder if something's going on in that left-hand pane. It's kind of interesting. He's got kind of a sort of tilt, to the doctor's office there. Kind of interesting there. Very, very interesting indeed. So there you go. A great update there from Aaron Lopresti out here. Very cool. All right, let me find the thing with the thing, and then you do the thing. And then you do the thing, people. That's right before you do the thing. Alright, let me do the thing. And there we go. The next one here. Inglorious Rex. Inglorious Rex. By the way, if you haven't checked it out, you're not going to find it on Indiegogo because it has been shadow banned. So we'll get into some of that stuff here in just a minute here. But Beer has it down there in the description there. Go ahead, check it out. But it is you got to hurry up, people, because they are closing in 7 days. Actually, I think 6 days or something like that. Let's get into it here. Some great books up there. Very cool. Inglorious Rex Volume 2 will be closing out on the 27th of November. 27th of... What? Hold on. I think he meant the 27th of December out here, not November. At 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time out there. I'm assuming, probably one would assume that it would be December out there. It is out of our control whether we go in demand or not, so we encourage you to back any items you want now. I wonder why it's out of there. I wonder why. Strange stuff going on there with Indiegogo out there. Actually, let me do the... Got some nice little artwork there. Let's see. The fan art contest, if you want to do a fan art. The art contest is still up and running to enter. Simply post your entry on Twitter with the hashtag IngloriousSRex and make sure to include a link to the campaign so people can find it. That's all. Winners will get a $500 cash prize, and you can tag both Shane and Ayanzi out there. Due to some feedback we've received, though, we'll be extending the fan art contest to run until sometime in February. And then a final end date will be announced sooner then. As we reach more fan art contest stretch goals, more winners will be picked, and the cash prize will increase. So there you go. And finally, they got their stretch goal unlocked here at 170K. Congratulations. That would be the Inglorious Rex Fist logo sticker out there. At 180K, every book backer gets an exclusive Outside Threats. That would be the trading card out there. So there you go. Hey, thanks everybody out there for believing in their project, and wishes everybody a Merry Christmas out there. Once again, I believe it's the 27th of December out there. So there we go. No, he meant get a time machine and sent it in the past. Interesting. That must be one of the stretch goals out there. If you get it to 190K, you get a very free... you get a time machine. Absolutely free. Yes, indeed. Very cool. Very cool indeed. There you go. All right, and finally, let's see, finally, here, we've actually got another update from your boy Zach out here. A legendary writer Mike Barron to Dialogue Cuffs comic. There you go. Hi, everyone. Hiya, boy. I'm very excited to announce that comic legend Mike Barron, that would be the Nexus, the Punisher, and the Flash, will write the dialogue for Cuffs. Mike's Punisher run especially showcase how he is the perfect writer for this story. There you go. There's Cuffs. He's looking at you like, why are you sticking this recorder in my face here? Mike also has an Indiegogo campaign for his Private American. Once again, another shadow banned book out there. I don't know what the heck is going on with Indiegogo out here. There's some strange stuff out there. Well, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Actually, well, first, before we do that, real quick, probably the next. Since your boy Zach out there has a really nice campaign, the Rambo campaign out there. So kind of in honor of that, what Bear's kind of thinking of doing is maybe the Saturday, coming up here Saturday, maybe do the Rambo watch-alongs. If you're around, if you got the movie out there, or maybe you just want to hang out with Bear or something like that, we're going to do a watch-along with the original Rambo out there. It is a Christmas movie, people. Go figure, but it is true. It's true out there. So that's what we plan on doing here coming up with, what would that be? The right before Christmas, on Saturday out there. So hopefully the next show, kind of having a fun show here now, and then doing a Rambo watch-along on Saturday there, and a couple of extra stuff along the way out there, some stuff that's been long awaited out there. Definitely long awaited. P-Money says, I must really be out of the loop. I have no idea what Indiegogo stuff you were talking about. Well, let's get right on into it because there's been some interesting stuff going along out here with Indiegogo. I'm sorry, people. Let me find it here. Where are we? 1 second, people. One second. All right, so there was a campaign out there. Some of you might have. Whoops, that's not it. Where is it here? There we go. The Truth, Justice, and American Way campaign out there. Some stuff that kind of went down with some of that stuff. Kind of an interesting campaign out there. That would be Gabe. Help bear along here, Jimmy. Gabe El Taib out here. He did the campaign just to screw with Bear because he knew Bear was still having issues with that. Anyways, he was doing that also along with let me find it here. There we go. With David Williams out here. So they had a campaign that they were going to do Truth, Justice, and the American Way. Some unfortunate stuff there happened with David. Unfortunately, he was either was going to have to back out, or the project was going to take a little bit longer, or it sounded like he was trying to finish up some stuff with the Bass Reeves comic before he was getting back into this comic. Any number of events happened out there. Gabe, it sounded like, wanted to get the campaign over and done with real quickly so he could move on to whatever else that he was doing out there. Maybe it was Gabe is one of the colorists on InSong out there, so maybe he had that project. Maybe there was another project Bear was not really sure about some of that stuff. But in any case, they had some issues out there with the comic. Although I tell you what, David, some really nice artwork that he had completed. I'm not really sure how long the book. Well, let me go back here. Let me see if it says. 64 pages. It was a 64-page campaign out there, but apparently David only got, I think, like 15 or 20 pages out there done. So he wasn't able to complete the campaign until maybe like sometime next year or something like that. A whole lot of consternation back and forth there. Caused some issues out there in the Comicsgate Twitter. Out there. Essentially, what they were doing was they had both of them had writing credits on there. They split the project 50-50 there. So, one person was going to have to buy out another to keep 100% or something like that. So, even if David didn't finish the project, whatever revenue they got from it, they were still going to split it there. So might have been a little bit of consternation out there. There was another thing as well. Apparently they had some writing credits together out there. I forget which created or came up with, you see some of the kids there in the background there. Spoiler alert, people, spoiler alert. Apparently they were going to kill off the kids at the very end of the comic book out there. So some interesting stuff going on there. One didn't want it, one wanted it and thought it was integral. If your comic book is integral, if the only integrity with the comic book out there involves killing kids, maybe try to adjust that just a little bit. Deaths, even random or sudden deaths out there, you could see that sort of stuff. But once you start killing kids left and right, maybe you might want to be, just tone that back just a little bit there, just a touch there. So, anyways, they weren't able to work out what they had going on there, and apparently it sounds like Gabe is going to completely scrap David's stuff here, which I thought it looked really good out here. He's going to completely scrap all this and draw it himself. I have not seen, Bear hasn't seen Gabe's artwork, has seen plenty of his colors. He does a great job. He did the coloring for for Wraith of God out there. So he does some great coloring work, but I think a lot of people might have wanted to get David Williams art out there, and a little aggravated about that. There was some back and forth. Apparently, they spilled all the beans out there on Twitter and everything, so people were kind of upset a little bit about that. Probably could have been handled maybe in the back room somewhere, Discord or something like that. Anyways, they had an issue there. So we will see. We will see. Pardon me here. What happens? Where was it here? There we go. What happens with the Truth, Justice, and American Way campaign out there? We wish, of course, Bear wishes everybody the best out there. I hope, they already have, what is it, a little less than 130,000, so it's a really good campaign. We were talking about, let's see, DragonGuard. I don't mean to bring Kevin into this, but a number of the campaigns that are, a little bit behind, a little bit late out there. Cyberfrog, another one out there. Hopefully David could, make sure that he has all his ducks lined up there with Bass Reeves. Hopefully his personal life gets a little bit better there. Maybe come back to it, spring, summertime next year, and pick right back up with it. I think most people would be fine with that. Some people might, cancel their orders, but I wouldn't believe. Let's see, how many people? 2027. So that's a really good campaign out there. Any time you get over like 2,000, you're doing pretty well out there. So hopefully maybe they can work out their differences, maybe come back at a later point out there and work stuff out. There we go. Need a drink. So anyways, that is kind of the low and high P-Money. If you haven't been following along, that's kind of one of the things that's been going on out there. The other, oh shoot, I don't have any pictures or anything like that. But hi Amy. Hi Amy. Merry Christmas. Yes indeed. And wherever Melissa is out there, I'm sure she's right behind as well. Bear would be remiss out there if he didn't say hello as well. Yes, apparently P-Money is back. P-Money is back. Back in business out there. Anyways, I don't have it right here in front of me here, but great, one of Bear's favorites out there, definitely one of the early Comicsgate, one of the best books out there early on, Kyung Lee, doing Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb. He kind of went back to the process and is doing like a manga or something along those lines with the, Battle Maiden was kind of a manga style comic book, was made in the American way, and now he's kind of going back and doing it in sort of a Japanese way or something like that. She is next to Amy out there. We have pizza, and pizza is love out there. Pizza love. Pizza love indeed. Yes, indeed. Very cool. Hello, Melissa. Hello. Hope your pizza is nice and hot and tasty up there. Anyways, Kyung Lee out there, whenever he does his newest campaign, he is done. He's done with Indiegogo. Apparently, he had some behind the scenes stuff there with Indiegogo. Apparently, either they had a turnover in their workforce or somebody got bought out or something like that. That's probably where we're seeing a number of the shadow bans out there. So we have let me get off of this. There we go. There's some good art there. So apparently there has been some regime change there at Indiegogo. Kyung Lee says, okay, enough of this. I am completely done with Indiegogo. It sounds like he's gonna maybe do the sort of in-psalm direction there, where it's done through a personal website out there that they do instead of going through Indiegogo. But yeah, Kyung is done. There's doing a number of campaigns that are shadow banned out there. So I don't know, people. I don't, we don't want to harm any of the artists out there, but I'm wondering if maybe like January coming up here. January's kind of a slow month anyways, but I'm wondering maybe if it might be time to do some sort of boycott of Indiegogo for a little bit of time, just to kind of say, hey, these are all the money that you could have been made, but hold on, I've got Got OBS problems here. 1 second. Let me check this out. 1 second, people. Pardon me. They hear me talking about OBS or Indiegogo, and they cut Bear off here. Let's see. Oh no, we're good. We're good out there. Anyways, don't want to harm any of the artists out there. Maybe it might just be a good idea whenever they do kind of a questionnaire. Just start listing all of the By the way, Truth, Justice, and the American Way was shadow banned. Bear went to go find that, and had to go a laborious process there. So let me find it here. 1 second. That one was shadow banned as well. So we're adding campaigns out there that are shadow banned. So if you want. Bear's not saying one way or the other here. It sounds like it's going to be delayed, so we'll see here. But if you do want to check it out, go right ahead and check it out. But another campaign out there that has been shadow banned. So what is that? That's up to 6 or 7 now that's been shadow banned. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if it is a boycott, if it's just sending him a bunch of letters saying, hey, this is, a bad thing. You need to make it straight. Bear doesn't have an answer out here, probably other than doing it this sort of in some direction where, although it would be weird because everybody would have a separate website. The good thing about Indiegogo is it's all kind of, in one place. If you're there checking out, let's just say the Truth Justice folks. Hey, you know what? There's a couple other campaigns that I might want to check out there as well. So, you might do the Ghost. You might do Wraith or something like that. If you hurry, you might do the Rex out there, even though that's shadow banned as well. So, yeah, it's kind of a thorn in the side of Bear here. He doesn't quite have an answer how to deal with it other than just raise the possibility. But I don't want like 10,000 different websites where everybody's, oh, check out my website. Oh, no, check out my website. You kind of want to have it, maybe the Comicsgate might have a website out there that it can't be that hard to do a crowdfunding website out there. Not sure about that, but anyways, Indiegogo with shenanigans out there. Some definite shenanigans out there. But I don't know. Don't have an answer for you good people. Just keeping a good eye on everything here. All right, where is Bear? Where's Bear? Here we are. Let's got some interesting news out here. I'm sure along with the longest day, the longest night, I don't know, the winter solstice. It is actually remarkable for another day today here, which would be, let me get out of this, gosh darn it, that would be the 3rd anniversary of Rise of Skywalker. Oh boy, everybody out there is, they're like, oh yeah, of course it's the Rise of Skywalker anniversary out here. That would be from our good folks at comicbook.com out here. Aaron Perini out here. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is turning 3 today. And the fans are in a celebratory mood. Are we really? I'm not sure if it's a birthday or if it's like an anniversary of just the death. It kind of feels like a mourning period more than anything else. It feels like a decade since J.J. Abrams hyped the end of the Skywalker saga, but in reality, it's only been a few short years. Rey, Finn, and Poe haven't really appeared in any Star Wars stuff outside of Disney parks. It's not really them, it's somebody else. Spoiler alert. But fans of the sequel trilogy characters, who? I would like to know who these people are. I wonder if they're just paid shills out there. Are still wondering what happens to the protagonist after the Jedi's big final battle. Are we? I don't know. I don't see a huge, uproar out there. We need to find out what happens to Rey. I mean, she stole Luke's name even though she was the Emperor's daughter. Spoiler alert, people out there. She took his name, And then what? I don't know. That was it. They had they had horses. They had space horses riding on the backs of the Star Destroyers out there for reasons. Well, whatever. Anyways, it seems like it will be years before we get a definitive answer. I'm sure we're all on bated breath out there. However, with all the movies available to stream on Disney Plus now, viewers are free to go back and piece it all together into their heads. Check out some of the best posts from the anniversary down below. We can skip that. We can skip that indeed. Here's how Lucasfilm described the cinematic end of the Skywalker saga when it's discovered that the evil Emperor Palpatine did not die at the hands of Darth Vader. Man, you stole that from the old Vader, didn't you? And they had a nice symmetry there, and then you just yanked it out from him. He should have died. I mean, he fell down, and he's like, but he never went poof. You know, you never saw the Wile E. Coyote, when he's falling down from the cliff. You see that little puff of smoke when he hits the... we never saw that. So apparently he just kind of floated through space. Whee! Like all these, he was chuckling at the same time. Like falling through space out there. And then he got picked up, I suppose. I don't know. Whatever. The rebels must race against the clock to find his whereabouts. It kind of came out of the blue there. Finn and Poe lead the resistance to put a stop to the First Order's plans to form a new empire. I thought they were the Empire. Whatever. While Rey anticipates her inevitable confrontation with Kylo Ren. Yeah, that was really, really anticipated out there. Oh, good to see Tank Ferret. I'm sorry. I've been ignoring the chat here. Let me go back here. Oh, Lisa says, hi, Beer. We need to figure out where her phone wound up. Oh, my goodness. Well, sometimes you can do the Find My. If it's an Apple phone, you can do the kind of Find My. Otherwise, just call. Just call her phone. Maybe it'll ring somewhere and you'll hear it. Oh, there we go. Thank you, P-Money. Thank you, indeed. Let's see. Good to see Tank here. Let's see. Public school play? Public school play out there. Yes, indeed. There's Melissa. Hello, Melissa. Happy holidays to you. Let's see. Is that the Star Wars movie that no one saw? P-Money says, no, we're not. We are not celebrating the 3rd anniversary of the rise of Skywalker. Let's see. Gotta run back to Dadland. Well, thank you, Tank. We do appreciate you here. I hope you have a great holidays if we don't see you out there. And be the best dad you can be out there. Well, if Leia could these are great points, P-Money. These are great points. Well, if Leia could survive in space, I guess the Emperor could as well. Sure, why not? What the heck? Let's see. Why not? Why not? What the heck? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. It's kind of like, I don't know if people saw when they sent the Tesla car into space, they had the guy behind the wheel there with the Tesla car that they sent into space there. It could have, you could have had the Emperor riding in a car through space, something like that. I don't know. The last name thing would have worked if she married Kylo. I don't know. Did she? I don't care. Once he saw the horses riding on the Death Star, I'm like, this one, I think it might have jumped the shark just a little bit there. I think it might have out there. All right, enough of this. We have more important things to talk about, including the continuing drama, the drama out there. Good folks out there, bounding into comics. That'd be J.B. Augustine out there doing the great work. DC Studios co-CEO. By the way, we never hear from the Saffron out there. Kind of seems like James Gunn just kind of taking all the oxygen out there. Saffron's just out there counting his money. I don't know, something like that. He addresses report claiming that Robert Patterson's The Batman will be brought into shared DCU. I'm not gonna. That is actually one of the very few frames that's actually in focus out there. There you go. There is a traditional The Batman. There you go. Anyways, he goes on. Let's see, what does he say here? Let me find it here. He goes on. It's not that one. Let me find it. There's so many tweets. So many James Gunn tweets. Hold on. There we go. From Variety out there, they had a well-placed source that James Gunn and the Saffron were exploring possibilities of incorporating Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's The Batman into their wider DC universe out there. And of course, James Gunn, quick on the Twitters out there. Shouldn't you be on one of the other ones out there? Shouldn't you be a good liberal out there and not supporting that evil Elon Musk out there? Apparently not. He's got that blue check mark. He's holding on to it, people. He says, there are few reporters I love more. What? There are few reporters I love. That should be the first sentence out there. Then Adam Bevray, whatever. Truly a good guy. But in this case, he needs any source, as this is entirely untrue. Well, Mr. Gunn, you didn't really set the record straight there. You just basically says it's not true. Well, he's got a source exploring the possibility. So I bet you that there probably was. They probably had some sort of meeting or something like that. This is, hey, should we bring in the Batman to this universe? They says, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not. Let's not do it. And they probably went along their ways there. Variety picked that up and says, hey, it's entirely possible out there. James Gunn's like, no way, man, that never happened. And it's like, well, you could kind of clear up the record here. I mean, you could come out and just say, okay, this is what's gonna happen here. So, I don't know. LOL, did you say horses on the Death Star? Not the what am I trying to say here? The spaceship, not the Death Star out there. Hey, it's Bear's favorite Batman ever. Thank you, P Money. Sorry, P Money. I didn't really see the movies. I only know what I hear about it. Well, you don't have to go see it. It's 5 hours long, Amy. It is like 6 hours long out there. You're not missing anything. Believe me. Other than just you're just yelling at the screen. Well, first off, you're not going to be able to see anything. That's number one right there. You're never going to be able to see anything. Number two, so anyways, going on, they talk about some other stuff there, but they have Matt Reeves liking all this stuff here. So take that as it were. But Bear kind of took it his own way here. Let's see. There could be a possibility out here because in fact we're going to tie everything together here because there's actually a kind of through line through all of this. Including there might be somebody out there that might be kind of lurking, much like the Emperor out there, lurking in the. We thought, hey, we got rid of, all that stuff, all that crazy stuff. Even with the new Superman coming out, hopefully, hey, we got rid of some of the crazy stuff, and then all of a sudden, dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So you see, people, right here. Matt Reeves is kind of an acolyte of J.J. Abrams out there. Started work with the Felicity series out there. How you turn a young adult coming-of-age story into a time-traveling show, I have no idea. But JJ does, including his work there. He's actually at. Let me find it here. 1 second, people. He's still at Warner Brothers. We actually have from a little while back. What was this? September 12th of 2019 out there. J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot closes Warner Media Maker deal for film and television out there. It's done. J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot have closed a 5-year deal for him to keep his TV business and move his film business under the Warner Media umbrella. The wide-ranging pact, which runs through people 2024, and includes games and digital content. Exactly what they're looking for with the DC universe. They want to be able to incorporate the movies. They want to be able to incorporate, TV shows out there. They say digital content, but basically streaming stuff out there, and their games as well. They want to incorporate all that stuff together. And who do you have? Who do you have behind it all that might actually have a hand in the Superman saga out there? That would be our good friend out here, J.J. Abrams. Oh boy, Bear thought the last time, he says, they're going to be rewriting the whole Superman stuff. Good thing that whole Ta-Nehisi Coates J.J. Abrams things is done with. Well, it might not be, people. They might bring him back, and we might be able to see either J.J. Abrams Superman, or maybe, I don't know about a Batman since it's doing with Matt Reeves out there, but there we go. It's like the poo on the bottom of your shoe. You try and rub it on the grass out there, but it just still doesn't come loose. It just doesn't come loose, people. You're like, come on, get rid of this. Get rid of this guy with the horses in space. We don't need that. Well, that might be what we're getting out there, people. We might be getting J.J. Abrams coming back to take over. I mean, who else? Who else has the track record there of taking an established IP out there and reformat it and remanufacture it out there? Well, that's JJ out there. So if they're gonna get rid of the whole Snyderverse, what better person to come in and help you out with your difficult decisions out there than J.J. Abrams? Yes, indeed. So there you go. Bear, listen, a lot of people, sources say all my sources were raw, blah, 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 blah. Bear will admit his errors out there. Really, I thought that they were going to be done with the whole The Batman out there. Might have been some wishful thinking, because it sounds like The Batman is The Batman out there, and they're getting get rid of Affleck. They've already gotten rid of Keaton. Who else? Who else did they have? I don't know. If there was another Batman out there, they got rid of him or her. They got rid of Batgirl out there, so maybe that would count. So we're stuck. We're stuck with Matt Reeves out there doing the directing and all of this stuff for The Batman out there, and of course his good friend J.J. Abrams, maybe coming to the rescue to reboot the entire thing out there. So there we go. We're gonna get rid of Henry Cavill. We're gonna get rid of Ben Affleck. But let's keep. By the way, they're gonna keep all the Suicide Squad people. Well, the ones that are alive. All the Suicide Squad people. So, John, if you're a fan of John Cena. Just go ahead and get off of Bear's channel. John Cena out there crying for China. Are you going to have him? Are you going to have James Gunn's wife? Oh boy, there we go. Yay. So we're keeping J.J. Abrams, or James Gunn's wife, but getting rid of Gal Gadot. We're keeping Robert Pattinson, but we're getting rid of Henry Cavill and a number of other folks out there. For why? They had a complete setup. All they need to do is come out with some good movies and kind of send them off. Well, you're going to need to wait. You're going to need to wait about 10 years before that finally come together where we could have had it in the next couple of years there. So, thanks a lot. I want to thank JJ. I want to thank James Gunn and the Saffron out there as well. Just doing a bang-up job. Bang-up job out there. Horses in space. UFO horses. Horses out there. Horses on spaceships. Yeah, well, there we go. I remember watching the original trilogy, Space Battles, and saying, you know what Space Wars needs? Horses. It's true. Let's see, Amy asked, when was the last time, I'm assuming J.J. Abrams, made a good movie? Does he have any experience with game production? I don't know about the game production. What was the last movie? Well, a good movie. Bear can kind of defend certain parts of the second Star Trek movie. Sorry, people. He has some good parts in there. The entire movie was not very good, but there were some good scenes in there. I like the first, like the first scene there where they're kind of on the alien world and running. I don't know why they had the Enterprise under the ocean there, but okay, we can run with it. That's fine. Whatever. I thought that was an interesting sequence there. They kind of showed some traditional Star Trek stuff there. He did a pretty good job with that. I'm trying to remember the one. He made one movie that didn't have anything to do with any other franchises out there. Some sort of gosh, I'm trying to remember. Was it 16 millimeter or something like that? It was like an alien. They had like aliens crash or something like that. Or what was it? They were transporting aliens or something like that. And the train crashes and the kids go out because they're filming a movie and they happen to see it or something like that. And then they got involved with the government out there and all this sort of stuff. That was a decent. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I don't know. Anyways, that was pretty much his only movie that he basically made that he did on his own rather than kind of an established. I guess you could say Lost as well. He just did the one episode, but that would be about it. You'd probably put 2 movies and maybe a couple of handful of scenes in other movies out there. And that would be the career of J.J. Abrams out there. Super 8. I think I got that confused with the what was the Nick Cage movie? Was that 16 millimeter? Was that the one? That was kind of an interesting movie. Speaking of Batman movies out there, what was it? Oh God, the guy that did the Batman and Robin movies. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, he made that movie, which that's kind of interesting. I mean, if you want to compare Dark of Batman with the 16 millimeter film with Nick Cage out there, I would say that the Nick Cage one was a lot darker out there. A lot darker. All right, enough of this. Enough of the Batman out there. Let me get back here. Hold on 1 second, people. 1 second out there. There we go. There we are. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, it's a bright red light. That's almost a wellish. I'm sorry I left it on there. Way too long there. That's a typical the Batman shot out there. Actually, no, I should say, because it was brightly lit. That wasn't that movie at all. It was all dark. It was all dark movie. You couldn't see anything. Couldn't really see anything. It was all blurry and unfocused, and you just couldn't see a whole lot. Not at all. So one good movie, and they gave him Star Wars after he was doing Star Trek. I mean, talk about a punch in the gut there. I tell you. I was okay with how Abrams handled Mission Impossible. Oh, speaking of which, thank you, P Money. Let's see. Bear caught a couple trailers the past couple days. The Oppenheimer trailer. Oh my God, that looks like a self-indulgent mess. I would avoid that like the plague. Talk about a great movie about a noted communist. Oh boy, yeah, I want to go see Oppenheimer. Yay. The one with Brian Dennehy was probably going to be a whole lot better. What was the other one that Bear saw? What was the other trailer? Oh gosh, I forget what the other trailer was, but they did kind of a behind the scenes thing with Mission Impossible, the new one coming out. Tom Cruise is going to be jumping a motorcycle. Let's see, he jumped out of a helicopter and then got on a motocross motorcycle and ran around, and then took the motorcycle and jumped off a cliff and then parachuted off of the motorcycle. It was all done practical effects. There were no green screens, no strings or anything like that. That looks freaking amazing, and Bear will be there probably day one. That looks No, I would say Christopher McQuarrie spanks J.J. Abrams like a redheaded stepchild as far as especially writing, but definitely directing out there. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. That one looks really good. Gosh, what was the other trailer that came out? Oh, gosh darn it, Bear. Uh, the head just ain't working today. It just ain't working. But anyways, yeah, the new Mission Impossible, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. The Oppenheimer one, no way. Sorry, Mr. Nolan. You're so. Although I will say, in his defense, I could hear every word that he said in the trailer. Unlike. And you're like, huh? What? Why? Yeah. And then you had a bear called what was that? Tenet. He called that bear. He called that Bane the musical. Because it had the same sort of Bane effects where because they had like I don't know, they were time traveling in the past, so they had to have oxygen that was in the past as well. Otherwise, you couldn't breathe. So you had to have a mask on, so you couldn't hear them anyways. And then they would have like the music over top of it. It was like blah, 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 blah. And so like you were turning it up like to be able to hear them, and then all of a sudden the music would come blah, 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 blah. You're like, no, my ears, and just it was terrible. Beer calls it Bane the musical. Tenant out there. It was I'm sure it'd be good on a second viewing if you just rewound the whole film. I'm sure it would be good. I'm sure it'd make sense if you just took that movie at the end and rewound it at the beginning. I think it would make a little bit more sense out there. Let's see. Let's see. Super 8. There we go. Super 8 did look like it might be interesting. Again, J.J. Abrams seems to ape off of a lot of stuff, so basically it was, if you've ever seen a Spielberg movie, it was kind of his homage to Spielberg. What's the new Spielberg movie that's coming out where he's kind of a kind of a biography, I suppose, of his life, where he's filming stuff out there, or the characters filming, kind of the same sort of thing. It was kind of a Spielbergian kind of movie. It was interesting. It was interesting. Will I be watching it every year or something like that? No, probably not. It was good the first time. Something interesting to check out, and then you're like, oh, okay. Gosh, the one girl in there, she should have done a whole lot better as far as a movie actress. I'm trying to remember her name. She did a really good job. The other kids in there, they did really well. They did a really good job. J.J. Abrams does a really good job with casting out there. I know Daisy Ridley is very, very panned out there as far as I think that was more of the script that she was given. I think she's a decent actor. John Boyega out there, really good. Oscar Isaac's out there, really good actor out there. So yeah, he does excellent job casting. Let's see, who is it? Not Chris Hemsworth. Chris Pine. Chris Pine out there is like a carbon copy of Kirk out there. He did a really good job with that. But the movies themselves, not so much. He should be just a great casting director, and that's it. That would be it out there. Oh, good to see Jeff. Great to see you, Jeff. Hope everything is well in your neck of the woods out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Finally here, people. Just a quick update here for you people. Let's see, I had that earlier. Let me find it here. But Saturday, it's going to be kind of a fun day since it's right before Christmas out there. So we're gonna think about doing a Christmas movie out there. And no Christmas movie would be complete without Rambo. That's right, Rambo. So we're gonna do a Rambo watch along. I know some people don't have the movie. We're doing it because they have the Rambo comic coming out here from your boy Zach. So I kind of been thinking about doing it for a little bit. I think that would be kind of the best time to do it. Bear just doesn't want to do a whole lot. He's got a lot going on here as far as Christmas coming up here. So just kind of a fun show. We're doing a Rambo watch along. If you don't want to watch it, or if you don't have the movie or whatever, that's fine. It will be kind of a Ask Bear Anything show. We'll have some fun, eat some popcorn, watch a Christmas movie. That would be the original Rambo out there. So if you don't have it and you want to check it out, go ahead. HBO Max has it for free. Otherwise, you'll have to. I don't believe YouTube has it out here. So we'll have to see about that, but we'll do it where we just kind of have it. Actually, let me see if do I have it here? I do have it here. So we'll just kind of have it rolling along. So hopefully it will be in sync with the. There is Brian Dennehy. Very cool. And Stallone, he's like, I'm tired of you, Brian Dennehy. Tired of you. Anyway, so we're gonna do that kind of as a promotional there for your boy Zach. If people want to check out his Rambo book out there, and just kind of doing a fun Christmas Eve, I should say, show out there. So we got that. We also have Rambo for Christmas, indeed. Yes, indeed. We also have for P Money out here. For Boxing Day, we actually are going to do Boxing Day unboxing, so make sure you check that out. Figure out what box Bear is unboxing out here. It will not be Monster Hunt, unfortunately, unless Bear gets something here in the next couple days or something like that. But we're going to be doing that and a couple of other interesting stuff out there. So if you want to check that out, just keep your eyes out for all that sort of stuff. But definitely Saturday doing that, and then Monday doing a video, and hopefully after that, after all the eggnog has worn off, next Wednesday, doing another great show. Might wrap it up. Might do kind of a end of the year sort of special out there. Bear's kind of been going through some of the funny news stories throughout the year, so we might kind of revisit some of those. A Bear Unboxing Day. There we go. For all of us Americans out here. Yes, indeed. I think Daisy did fine, but there's only so much one can do outside of the script. Yeah, we kind of talked about that a little while back. It probably would have been better if Ray out there started out as the good guy, the good gal out there, and then basically what was that? Was it Finn? Was that John Boyega out there? Finn, he started out as the stormtrooper. We got to see him kind of do his sort of. He didn't have a great arc, but kind of doing the sort of good arc. I think it would be kind of interesting if Ray started out good and then kind of took a turn. Took a heel turn out there. Took a turn for the worse and. Did some of that. I think that would have been kind of an interesting one, where she kind of became evil, became the bad guy out there, and then her and Finn fought at the end. I never really thought that the Kylo Ren Rey thing was that really impressive. He kind of lost steam in the second movie there. So it's like where do you go from there with the character? It was just like emo Darth Vader 2.0, and it just didn't really work out that well. They should have thought about it a little bit better. I think they just should have spent a little bit more time working on the script. We see Avatar out there. 13 years. It took them 13 years to make it. Not that it's the greatest script in the world, but they did kind of take their time with it and try to make sure that it worked out there. So, anyways. Well, P Money is heading out. So, thank you, P Money. Hope you're well out there. Hopefully we'll see you Saturday. If not, I hope you have a great Christmas out there. Let's see. Yeah, they sort of started with something like a plot, then forgot what they were doing. Yeah, I think think old Roundhead out there kind of screwed everybody up. He went one way, they were going one way and he zagged the other way. Subverted expectations. Like, yeah, but we have nowhere to go with the third film. So that's like, all right, let's dig up the Emperor and let's make him the bad guy again, even though he died the last sequel. Whatever. Whatever. Yes, indeed. Stay warm. Stay warm out there. Stay warm indeed. All right. Well, it looks like Mike is doing a drawn and quartered tonight, so I'm not sure about his topic though. I think he should have had he should have just done Avatar. I think that would have worked out pretty good. Instead, he's doing some sort of squid. What is it? Squid? I think it's the NFT thing. It's like, no. If you're gonna do NFTs, do a Trump NFT or something like that. I don't know, but anyways, Beer might check that out. I don't know. Not really keen on the NFTs, but you know what? He's keen on keeping company with all of you folks out there. So, O, D, and Q again. Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss sometimes. We'll see if Liam Gray's out there. We'll see if he's participating in all that. Participating indeed. All right. Well, you know what, people? You know what? We got to thank everybody out here. P Money, take care. All of the Lester sisters out there, we do appreciate you guys every single time. Every single time. Jeff, it's great to see you. I don't know what happened to Jiminy out there, but make sure you help him out. He's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers out there. Needs that sweet lucre from YouTube out there. And who else am I forgetting? Oh, Tank Ferret. Tank Ferret. We do appreciate that as well. He's doing the dad thing out there. Doing the dad thing. All right, people. Well, all this stuff, it's made Beer hungry. So he's gonna head out into the woods. Yes, indeed, people. So until next time, take care. Thank you, Amy. Grrrr.